Hello Scorpios, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your person on your mind reading, whoever you're thinking about. That is who this reading is intended to be about, and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right, Scorpio, let's take a look and see what is going on for you. We're grabbing a couple of these for some overall energies, then we're jumping right into it. We have exhaustion, depleted, drained, or long journey. And then we have depth, awareness, importance, or value. And at the bottom of the deck, I see silence, frozen, no words, or stone wall. You know what this is feeling like, Scorpio? I definitely feel here that there is something, and I think you've been feeling this way for a while, on some level anyways, where I feel like there is something that just cannot come with you any further. And we are getting ready, we're moving into from the year of the snake into the year of the horse. And, the snake is all about, shedding the things that are not you, shedding the things that can, not come with you into this next chapter, this new beginning. And I feel that here, it's like this very strong energy, Scorpio, of you like coming into a place of acceptance. I do feel like there is a bittersweetness to it, where I do feel like there's a certain level of, grieving what you're letting go. But there's also a very empowered energy. There's also this energy of, I know that I'm creating space for something new. Like I said, very bittersweet here. This exhaustion, depleted, long journey, drained. I feel like there is a situation that you gave everything to. There's a person that you gave everything to, Scorpio. And it feels like for some of you, this is somebody that you have dealt with for quite some time. I do feel like there's a certain cycle or certain patterns involved in this connection as well. Maybe a very intense connection. But it does feel like it was very draining. And I do feel like you're firmly at this space here. Like I said, there's a certain level of acceptance of, I can now see what this connection did for me. I can now see the importance of it. I can see what I got from it, the value of what I got from it, even if it is just, strength, even if it is resilience, even if it is an understanding of my own worth and what I want for myself moving forward. I do feel like some of you, there could be a blocking energy, right? Or going no contact, going quiet. For some of you, maybe that's already happened, but this is more of you moving into a space within yourself of seeing the value of what you experienced and just having a deep love and appreciation for the connection, the person, what you went through, and kind of moving into a space of just being ready, if that makes sense. But we are taking a look at their energy towards you now. I do feel like this person does kind of feel this as well, in a sense where I feel like they know that this has been an exhausting journey. I think they're having a bit of a hard time with the silence, but there's also a sense of relief at the same time, because I feel like they're exhausted. Just like you here. With this energy though, this depth energy, Scorpio, I feel like it's hitting you or hitting them a little differently than it's hitting you, in the sense that I do feel like this person feels that this is such an important connection that I think it's hard for them to, and because I feel like of the past cycles that maybe you've been in with this person, I think it's hard for this person to believe that this is final. I think if you're moving into a space of acceptance more and seeing it for what it is and the purpose that it held. I don't think they're quite there yet, though, Scorpio. How is Scorpio currently being viewed by this person? Yeah, okay. That's quite the confirmation. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so fated, destined, and definitely something, cycle, something coming back around. I do feel like this person does feel that way. They can see that something has changed, right, within you. And I feel like there's this, it feels a little like Two of Swords energy to me, where there's a bit of an avoidance or a bit of a being in denial that's coming with this energy, because I think on some level this person is seeing, okay, something has changed, something is not coming to pass in the way that maybe it has been before, or Scorpio is not handling things or behaving the way that they have before. But at the same time, I feel like this person is not wanting to look at that for what that could mean, because they're like, okay, well, me and Scorpio always come back around to each other. They're still holding on to that cycle, that pattern. The Wheel of Fortune, definitely feeling like this is an important connection, feeling like there is some level of fate or destiny involved in this. And I think there is, just not necessarily in the way that this person is thinking. What is the challenge for this person when it comes to Scorpio? We have the Three of Wands. So that's quite the confirmation for what we just spoke. The Three of Wands can be a card of waiting. So I feel like this person is, they have it's also a card that talks about having expectations. And I feel that this person is waiting because they do have certain expectations of this connection and, what's going to happen here. They do fully believe, even though they can recognize something has changed, they still fully believe it's going to come back around in the future. So there's this, kind of waiting energy. There's this energy of having these expectations. We have the Tower for the challenge as well. So there could have been a Tower moment between the two of you in the past, that this person is still kind of struggling with. But I also feel like there's just a resistance to allow things to be as they are. Instead of accepting the Tower, I feel like somebody's like trying to resist that change. They're trying to kind of put it back together or hold it up brick by brick instead of just allowing and accepting here. Now, how they're currently feeling about you, we have the Justice card. I feel like, Scorpio, that this person knows that you are, like, even if they are feeling very hurt in this situation, I do feel like this person knows that that's not your intention. With the Justice card energy, it's like they feel like you did have fair and just intentions towards them. I also do feel like on some level this person feels like there's a certain amount of karma involved here where, because of things that they may have done in the past, they feel like, okay, well, that's why things are between the way that they are between Scorpio and I right now. If I wouldn't have done this, this, and this, then we wouldn't be here right now. I do feel that as well. So somebody is I feel like somebody is kind of beating themselves up here where, there's a certain level of accountability taking hold for this person. I do also feel that somebody could want to make amends or want to make something right with you here, want to bring something back into balance. There could have been an honest conversation or a truth that you expressed to this person in the past, Scorpio, that I feel like somebody is having a hard time accepting with it coming out next to that Tower. So maybe you told this person, that you're not coming back, or maybe you told this person that you were done, or whatever it was here. I feel like there is something that you expressed to this person, honestly, that they're just having a hard time accepting. Clarify this Wheel of Fortune for me. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, especially because Scorpio, maybe in the past you've, walked away, or maybe in the past you put up a boundary, or maybe in the past you said, I'm not going to do this again, or I'm not going to deal with this again, or I'm not coming back again, and then you have. Because the Knight of Wands can be something that's like kind of inconsistent, right? And I feel like it's like always having the best of intentions, but sometimes we get pulled back in, right? So I feel like because of that inconsistency, or because of the on and off, right, that I feel that it's harder for this person to believe that it's not going to happen again. I feel like I've gotten this message for you recently as well in one of your recent readings. Clarifying the Three of Wands, we have the Six of Pentacles. For some of you, this person may wonder if there is something else that you are, like you're taking so long here because there's something else that you are focused on right now, or something else that you're giving your attention or your energy to. For some of you, they may know. So maybe some of you have started to be in a new connection. Maybe some of you are like starting a new job, career, business, going back to school, or there's something that you're trying to create in your life. Maybe it's just your friends, and maybe they see that you are putting all your energy there. Because I definitely feel like there's something here that this person feels. Yeah, they feel like you are giving your energy to something else, and they're just kind of left waiting. I also do feel here, though, that especially for those of you where things were very unequal give and take in this connection, where maybe you were the one that was always giving and giving and giving to the connection, and this person did not, match that same energy or same effort, they could feel like that is a part of why, we'll just say things are the way that they are right now. There's some kind of an awareness coming in for this person about that. I kind of feel too, Scorpio, that somebody could feel that you are just not as invested as you once were. But I feel, Scorpio, for that is I simply just feel like it's because you gave everything that you had to this connection. There's just not, you just don't have anything left that you're willing to give to it. Clarify this Tower. We have the Eight of Wands. Like I said, somebody's definitely having a hard time accepting. Definitely having a hard time accepting. And I feel like even here, like typically on the Eight of Wands, all the wands are going in this one direction. But here they're kind of like coming at each other. And I kind of feel like that too, where I feel like you're expressing yourself, especially with that Justice card. You could be expressing yourself very clearly to this person. Maybe you told this person exactly where you were at with things, or you've made your position very clear, but I feel like this person's like just not hearing it. And that's just, it feels a little bit of like a in denial energy to me here. But like I said, Scorpio, I feel like there is something this person is having a hard time accepting. I feel like they probably are going to continue to try to reach out here because they just, you probably will hear from them. I feel like they're just not wanting to, they're not wanting to accept this Tower here. All right, clarifying the Justice energy. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so like I said, Scorpio, I feel like you could have been very clear with this person about like, that you were walking away, or that, why you have, or even if they did, in the past, they could feel like that is where this, why things are the way that they are. But, the Eight of Cups, Scorpio, it is an energy of walking away, and that can be very difficult to do. Absolutely. But, he's walking away because there's a cup missing. There is something that this person is not getting that they need. And that is why they are walking away. It is a difficult energy, but it is also a very empowered energy. They're walking towards the 9 and 10 of Cups, and it's an energy that can represent, searching and seeking what is for you and trying to come into alignment with that. It's a very empowered energy that I feel like you are in right now. But that is what I have for you, Scorpio. I do hope that this helps. The signs I'm seeing for you, I see all the fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. I see Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus, Libra, and Pisces. I don't see Capricorn, but I do feel Capricorn energy here. But that is what I have for you. I do hope that this helps, and everything that you need to know is in the description box below for you. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.